How's it going, everybody? Time for another video. It has not been a week. I don't know what you're talking about. Your sense of time is all fucked up. It hasn't been a week. Alright. So it's actually quite difficult to, go to the, I really hate that seizure-inducing fucking, game over. And I get to see it again. I fucking hate it. Anyway, it's actually quite difficult to get here all the way to the final dungeon. Yeah, it is it's quite challenging without infinite continues. Dude, we are off to a roaring start, as I can clearly see. We are going to go. We're not even gonna bother with. We're not gonna bother with the enemies. Who gives a fuck about it? Oh, you know what? I want to talk about Total Drama again. Okay, not about the show itself, but when I was a teenager, I actually did read a lot of I read a lot of Total Drama fan fiction, and there was this one fan fiction that I really liked. I mean, and you know, considering the standards of fan fiction, any fan fiction that isn't like completely terrible on the start is something special. Well, okay, to be fair, I'm sure there are some fairly good works on AO3 and fanfiction.net, but you know, you just gotta get through like a bunch of stories that are like that one. I remember reading one that was Duncan was like, no, I think it was Courtney was like a fucking SS officer in like a concentration camp during the Holocaust, and Duncan was like one of the Jews there. I guess one of the victims. Or maybe it was the other way around. I don't remember, but it was fucking ridiculous. Fuck, I am not doing well at all. Just like fucking Ninja Gaiden, it's always the fucking knockback that gets you. Anyway, the one fanfiction that I really liked was called Despair Island, which is basically like Total Drama if it was like the Hunger Games. Or not Danganronpa. Not really. Kind of, but not really. Basically, you have to. Basically, in this one, if the contestants get voted off, they die. Like, they just die. No other way around it. Like, they're fighting for their lives in this one. And I really liked it because I thought it got the characters, most of them, down pretty well. And it was a bit of a darker one, but I enjoyed it. Thought it was alright. But yes, as someone who read not just Total Drama fanfiction, but a lot of I wouldn't say a lot, but quite a bit of fan fiction as a teenager. Most of it is pretty bad. It really makes me laugh when someone says that fan fiction is like really doing things outside the box that mainstream literature isn't, because that's not true at all. Like, most fan fictions are very standard in structure and aren't really doing anything that interesting. And the ones that are doing stuff interesting, it's mostly just rape porn and porn of underage characters, or sometimes real people. And that's what really fucking gets me. Like, you can, like, I don't really care what, I mean, I guess I kind of care, because it's a little weird to make erotica of underage characters. But once you start getting into real people, that's when it, like, starts becoming, okay, you're very weird. And most, like, I know a lot of people, I've kind of grown tired of, like, the term Mary Sue in general, because it feels like these days, it feels like any, like, female character who's good at a lot of stuff gets called a Mary Sue. But, like, I do think the term does have some use. Like, there are definitely characters, like, that in, like, fan fiction especially, I feel just, like, very wish-fulfillment. And I think it really becomes apparent with... And I think what really... I don't think it's anything specific about the character. I think it's more the structure of the story that creates a Mary Sue. It's not just that they're good at a lot of things. Like, a character can be good at everything and still not be a Mary Sue. It's more so how the story is structured around the character. Like, if the story, like, if the main character is always special, is always, you know, is always the most important thing in the universe of the story, then yes, then, like, if all the other canon characters are in love with them, they can't stop talking about how great they are, and you have, like, multiple canon characters just in love with this one character, and usually you need a very special and traumatizing backstory, you know? And, oh, fuck, I forgot, I do not have the ability to use my mouse right now. Like, if you, like, once a character has those things, then yeah, I would say they're a Mary Sue. Now, believe it or not, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think every story that has a Mary Sue is necessarily bad, but the story is made worse because of the fact that that the character is a Mary Sue regardless. I think one of the worst cases of it is, I think the worst case is when the character in general is just an asshole, because usually, like, within the universe of the story, it at least makes sense why all the canon characters would love this one character. But, like, when the character is just an asshole, like, okay, now it's just kind of like a manipulative asshole. It's just like, okay, why would they even like them then? Why? I mean, at least someone who's, like, so good at who's, like... Okay, I need to... Okay, remember, it's right after this pillar. Yeah. That's what sort of bothered me. You know, there was a lot of people talking about Rise of Skywalker on Twitter the other day, and I kind of wanted to... I guess I want to flesh out my thoughts right here. Obviously, I think Rise of Skywalker is not good. It's bad. I don't like it. It's pretty dumb. I don't know if I'd call it the worst Star Wars movie. I wouldn't... I can completely understand why someone might think it's the worst one. I would still say that Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones are worse overall, but I guess something they have over Rise of Skywalker is that they have some kind of interesting idea somewhere. I mean, even if it was executed in such a terrible way, somewhere there was an idea for a movie that... There were some ideas that felt like, you know, they wanted to make a movie that... I don't know how to phrase it, because on one hand, Attack of the Clones does have a lot of scenes that feel like they're only there just to sell toys, and a lot of character designs only there to sell toys. But the point is that there is some... Like, it feels like there's some spark. Like, they wanted to make a movie. They wanted to make a movie like this. With Rise of Skywalker, again, I feel like I'm just going to repeat what Quentin Review said. It feels like the only thing they wanted to say is that Star Wars is really good, and that's it. It's such a vapid theme. The story's plot is bad. I think the thing that bothers me most about Rise of Skywalker's story, I think it's two things. First off, it's very... Like, it's derivative, it's very derivative of um, Return of the Jedi. It doesn't add any of its new, it doesn't really add any new ideas to the mix. And secondly, like, so much of the film is spent undoing The Last Jedi, and that's, like, such a cowardly thing. Like, it makes the entire sequel trilogy so incoherent. Like, there's a lot of people who say that, like, who say that the problem with the sequel trilogy is that there was no plan for the movies, but, like, I mean, that's kind of how most film franchises go. Like, most film franchises are not planned out. Like, the original Star Wars trilogy was not planned out. It really is a lot of doing, like, making it up as you go along, you know? Like, that's what a lot of it is. But they're bad, but they were really bad at it. I don't think there was anything inherently wrong with passing off the next film to another director to see where they take the story, but you know, they just weren't very good at it because J.J. Abrams was not okay, because J.J. Abrams wanted to please everyone, and in the end he didn't please anyone. I don't think it's the worst movie ever, but it's just bad. There are a lot of moments and I just feel so... It's a very strange movie to watch, because it's such, like, a reactionary movie. Like, they just wanted... there were a few fan criticisms of The Last Jedi on YouTube that they wanted to respond to, and they did it in such weird, in-your-face ways, and most of them sucked. I think the worst thing is, like, just bringing back Palpatine. That's, like, such a stupid move. Like, it just makes it makes it feel like the last three it makes it feel like the original trilogy was basically useless, because, you know, they spent, like, a whole movie trying to kill Palpatine. They spent, like, the whole film trying to kill Palpatine. Like, and that was, like, Anakin's character arc. But now, well, Palpatine didn't die. So, I guess that... So, oops. Also makes the first two films in the sequel trilogy seem, like, pointless. Like, if Palpatine could just, like, make... Like, if Palpatine could just make, like, 1,000 Death Stars pop out of, like, just create 1,000 Death Stars out of thin air, then, like, I mean, it doesn't really, then suddenly it feels like the tension is just lost, because, okay, then what's even the point? If he's just a god who can do anything he wants, then what's even the point? I don't even know what his plan was. He wanted to take over the galaxy, I guess. He wanted Rey to kill him. He wanted Rey dead, but then he didn't want Rey dead. But then he wanted Rey dead again, and at some point I just lost my patience. I guess. I remember seeing a review of Twilight Princess on YouTube that kind of compared Rise of Skywalker's story to Twilight Princess, and how in the middle of Twilight Princess it's like, oh, hey, Ganondorf is suddenly here. You guys remember Ganondorf? Isn't he so cool? Yeah, he's the villain here, even though it doesn't really fit at all. But I think Twilight Princess can get away with it more because, you know, Twilight Princess is a video game, and which is definitely a very different medium than a movie. And so video games can kind of get away with really having really dumb stories in a way that movies can't. Because, like, there's more to a video game than just a story. I will agree that Twilight Princess does have some problems in the story. In fact, I'd say Twilight Princess's story is pretty bad, honestly. Okay, so we want to get through one of those blocks. Like, that's our main goal. Like, we need to get there. I still think Twilight Princess is a very good video game, but the story is bad. I think part of why the story is bad is because it just felt like... It didn't feel like anything was... it didn't feel like it was thought through at all. It feels like a rushed draft. It feels like a very rushed draft. It just wanted to put out before actually thinking about the story. So the basic premise of the story at the start is fine. Like, the Twilight, like, Zant, the king of Twilight, or whatever the hell he was, wanted to take control of the light world. So, and that's what he did. So he left the Twilight world in darkness. He left the Twilight world in darkness. So, and then afterward, so he took control of Hyrule. I really didn't like the whole, like, idea that apparently nobody can actually tell Twilight is there. Like, they don't see the Twilight at all. Which is so baffling to me, because now it's just like, oh, so nobody really knows what's happening? Oops. That's weird. And like sometimes, like later on in like, and then later on, it like there are multiple characters who just look like they're bored and trying to get through a shift. Like you see in Hyrule Castletown, you see like a bunch of spirits in the Twilight Realm, and they're just kind of going about their day. It's like, oh, that kind of removes a lot of tension. And then it gets even worse, because once you like clear the world of Twilight, it feels like there's no tension, because Zant's original goal was to cover the light world in Twilight, and yet when the light world is just not covered in Twilight anymore, he doesn't care? Why doesn't he care? Wasn't that his goal? Like, I don't get it. Also, I don't really get why Ganondorf would even care about, like, covering the world in Twilight. Like, it's, like, I feel like, I guess you can say that Ganondorf's main plan was really just, like, trick Zant into giving him power and say, oh, yeah, I'll just do whatever you want just so I can use you as a puppet and take over Hyrule or whatever. And then, like, at the end of the game, Ganondorf is just kind of sitting in the throne of Hyrule Castle, just kind of watching, like, all menacingly, I guess. Yeah, it's just not a good story. It just bothers me. It really does. I also really don't get the whole Mirror of Twilight, like, storyline. Because we need to get the Mirror of Twilight, because that's how we, because getting the Mirror of Twilight is how you, get to the Twilight world from the Light world. But, like, I mean, is that even necessary? I mean, we need to get there to confront Zant, but Zant appears able to just warp between the Light and Twilight realm, like, whenever he, like, wants to. So, like, well, what's the point of even getting the mirror in the first place? I don't know, there was just a lot of things wrong with the story. I think the game is good. I think Twilight Princess is definitely best when it's focusing on, like, dungeon design, world design, and how... like, focusing on dungeon design and world design, but, like... and just letting it free, but not when it comes to the story and atmosphere, because... well, maybe well, okay, I think the atmosphere of the Twilight sections is pretty good, but, oh, I think I've already went here. Yeah, I've already gone down there. And not when it's about the story. So as I mentioned at some point, in this video, I said, well, no, in the last video, you finally do get a save point here. If you lose all your lives, you can continue from the beginning of this dungeon. Finally. Like, the one dungeon you can do that in. Why couldn't you do that in all the dungeons? I have no idea, but this game is really stingy about saves. well, not saves, but like where you can respawn. It's pretty annoying. Okay. I mean, I don't think we really need to care about, like, we don't really need to care about experience. We already have max stats. Who cares? Shit. Okay. I think this is the beginning of the dungeon. Well, let's go here. I don't think we went here. Because this dungeon's really big. Were we here? I can never keep track. I really wish this fucking place had a dungeon map. Or just any map in the dungeons would be nice. I don't know. Anything at all? Would have been nice. Yeah, I've already been here. I played all the NES launch games. I have played all of them. Well, except the 2 ones that involve Rob the Robot, because I'm not interested. You can't even really play those games without Rob, so I'm not really interested at all. I'll probably play them at some point. See what I can do without, like, the actual robot, but I'm just not very interested at the moment. I think... So, of the ones that I've now played, I think Pinball is pretty good. I thought it was well, not pretty good. I'd say it's good, solid 7 out of 10 pinball game. Pretty nice. I think this is the beginning of the dungeon, right? Yep. It's pretty nice. I do not... Soccer, the second NES game, the second launch game. Okay, I don't think I've been here. Soccer, the second NES launch game I played after that one video, is another mediocre sports game. I think the big problem with Soccer is that it just doesn't feel good to play. Because like they put like the command to like switch teammates. Like, switch playable teammates. Are you serious? Is there nothing here? Because they put the command to switch playable teammates and the command to steal the ball on the same button, the B button. And why would they do that? Like, why? Like, there's a perfectly good select button there that they just don't use. And also, every character, when you try to move your character, they just stop in place every time after you kick the ball. It's annoying. So yeah, it's pretty mediocre. I'd say 5 out of 10. Tennis is along with golf, one of the better early sports games. It's okay. It's not much, but the AI does put up a pretty decent fight, I'd say. And it does feel like you're in control. I think tennis is a much simpler game for the NES to handle than soccer, because you only need to handle one AI. So it probably is why it's a much more enjoyable game to play than, you know, soccer or baseball or 10-yard fight. So yeah, it's not good. Okay, for some stupid reason, and because I'm stupid, I really need to make sure that this is the start of the dungeon. Yeah, it is. And yes, that will only go away if you've beaten all the other dungeons. All the other 6 dungeons. So yeah, tennis is okay. It's another game with Mario in it, because Mario's a referee. Okay, the other one I played was Wild Gunman, and I think it's a fairly decent game. I liked all the shooter games. I thought they had a nice personality. I don't know if I'd say it's better than Hogan's Alley. They're pretty much interchangeable to me. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent shooter game. I think all the NZapper games were decent. They were good. And after that was the last one was Wrecking Crew. Now I remember Screw Attack putting that at number 8 in the top 10 worst Mario games video. If you remember all the way back, I don't remember when that video came out. I think it was like 2007. I'm pretty sure it was 2007. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2007. But so, and I think I'm gonna have to disagree with him. I think, yeah, I should have gone here. Well, you know. Well, I already exited out of this area. Like how it still like goes away even though you're a fairy. But yeah, I thought Wrecking Crew was a pretty okay puzzle game. I thought it had a pretty decent concept, and I wouldn't say it's good, but I'd say 6 out of 10. I'd say 6 out of 10. Gotta make sure there's no fucking invisible walls. But yeah, I'd say 6 out of 10 is pretty good, is what I'd say. I really don't want to pull up a map and just wander around like the other fucking, like all the fucking time, wondering where the hell I'm supposed to go. Because I've done that in every fucking video so far. And yeah, I'm just gonna beat the game in this video. I mean, why not? After this will be Metroid. I have no idea what I'm gonna play after Metroid. I have a few ideas in mind, but it could be anything, I guess. Is the point. So what if there's some place you're supposed to fall in here that I somehow missed? Somehow, I never gained on me somehow. I think, I distinctly remember you having to pass that fucking blue blob. So I think I'm on the right track. Yeah. So, if I were to rank all the NES launch games, I'd say, obviously Super Mario Bros. Is the best. I'd say definitely Kung Fu would be the second best. Then after that, I really don't know. It's a lot of... After that, I really don't know. Like the other games just aren't, like, as good. The worst of the ones I played is probably 10-Yard Fight. Very mediocre football game. Very rudimentary. Not... The AI is so basic, it hurts. Then after that would be baseball, and then soccer. Those are the ones I really wasn't a fan of. I think this is like somewhere along the right track. Okay. Well, after I beat the game, I'll probably take out the that one sheet and the infinite lives cheat, the infinite continues. I guess infinite lives cheat would be what it was. I'd take out that one sheet and show you the game over screen because I think it'd be a shame if I didn't. Okay, you know what? We are going to do it. I surrender. This keyboard is bad. I'm so stupid. Alright. I think I got a general idea of where we need to go. Sorry for the delay and how long that took. But it's very convenient to have to go back to the beginning of the dungeon for this. Which means, why did I save state? Because I could have just reloaded that one save and I wouldn't have to do all the trek back, but I guess I put the cheat on myself, so now I gotta live with the consequences. Time to do the long trek back to the beginning and look back, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out where to go. Because now that I remember it, it was like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that. It's funny, even like fucking third playthrough and I still don't fucking know where to go. What a joke, my man. Don't get killed. After this, I will have beaten all the NES Zelda games on video. And this both quests of Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. Now, isn't that just so cool? I know, it's very cool. I guess you can consider me an expert on NES Zelda. Except I'm not really, because I haven't really looked into the Yeah, these things are fucking taking a lot of time to fucking dodge, but it's not like I really need to kill them. Oh boy. Let's try and dodge these things. Let's stay low to the ground. And keep moving. There we go. Keep moving. Dear God, this one's long. How far do I need to go? Pretty damn far. I wonder how much of this video is going to be me walking back and forth through the same few areas in the dungeon. Probably a lot. If I can at least get out of this area before I die, it'd be very nice. Okay, I think I'm finally getting somewhere. Right? Let's go. I do think where they hide the final boss is pretty mean. Like, it's not exactly a great place to hide them. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing ever, but you have to remember that you can fall through parts of the floor. It's very important. If I can just remember where exactly, it's right before this, I can jump over. Oh, I did! I am so good at this. Actually, don't have to waste so much time destroying the blocks. Yeah, a lot of these rooms are just useless. They give you nothing. keep going up here, and I think we're close to the beginning. Right. So we gotta go left. We gotta go left, and I think it's gonna be smooth sailing from there, which me saying that means it's not going to be. Oops. So we gotta go left. We'll find one of these things that we have to break. And then we'll go up somewhere. And lead closer to our destination. Okay, let's time this right so we don't have to waste time. Oh! Got hit by one of those bastards. Fuck. Those things take a lot of health. Well, they don't really do at all, but it feels like they do. Just keep getting fucking hit by them. Alright. I think this is it. And we check the map again. Alright. So yes, I think we go right. Wait, just gotta check, make sure this isn't the beginning. I'm 99% sure it's not, but let's just check. Here we go. So we go right. And we have to go past this thing, and we're now in the right path to get where we need to go. Hopefully this won't take too long. Keep walking here. And down. I think I just mistook it for the same area. I think this is, yeah, I think this is closer to where we need to go. Hopefully. Okay. And jump. Ooh, so good. We are on a fucking roll. Let's go. We're on a roll. Let's go. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, this is definitely it. Fuck off, you fucking thing. I don't care. We're close. We're getting there. A mark on my knee. I think it's from scratching it. Okay, so I think we go right. Sounds right. Sounds right. Haha, fun E. And we are not fucking 4 hits. 4 of my fucking health. At least we're in the same, at least we're in the general area we need to be. Alright, let's go. Oh, whoa. Fuck. Shit. Not good commentary, guys. Just say fucking shit a few times. Good video. Good video, guys. Doing well. Yeah, there's definitely a mark on my knee. It's unfortunate. How did I get there? Okay, Okay, let's get the shield. Let's use the shield power up so I don't look like an idiot. Now that's very nice. Come on. I don't know why I looked back there. Come on. Life. Gun it. Okay, I have another use to the life I can use. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Let's go. Going down. Are we on the right track? Let's check. Consult the experts. I think so. Let's just move right again. Yeah, I think this is definitely it. I have to deal with that fucking thing. Whatever the hell it is. What is that? Giant fucking skull, I think. No, fuck up. Just a giant version of the one thing we needed to get. Yeah, this is definitely way harder than Dead Mountain. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, jump. We're just gonna gun it. Fuck off. Not even bother about whatever the hell this thing is. Oh. I think this is it. We still have 3 keys somehow. There's like nothing we can unlock here. So I think it's this. I think we need to go left. I'm pretty sure, at least. Let's see. Well, he's got an extra life. It's gotta be worth something. Okay, maybe we need to go like one more down. And that's not what I meant by that, unfortunately. 62, man, we got 62 frames per second here? That's so good. I'm pretty sure it's not, though. I think it's just glitching out. The counter's just glitching out. Not doing too well right now. Not feeling too well. Okay, now this is just getting sad. Okay, just wait, because apparently I am an idiot. I need to wait for them to jump off into the lava. Alright. I think this is it. I think if we just go left, we'll be where we need to. Then maybe I can speedrun it, but I'll probably forget the way here as soon as this video is over. Alright. Yep, here it is. Neat. Yep, here it is. And we go down here, and here, and this is where the boss is. I think we just go right. Like, we just fall into that area, and we just go right, we'll get there. And we're here. Now, you actually do need to use the thunder power. And that costs half of your magic, just to have a fighting chance to get this thing. Do I have enough? No. Okay, so it's 16. Each one of the bars 16. Okay, come on. 1, 2, This thing's fucking hard. Alright, well this time we'll have full health. So hopefully we'll be able to do something more. Okay. Shield. And thunder. And it still gets a little more than a bar. That's crazy. Okay, 1. 2. I think I have enough for 1 more life one. 3. 4. No, I don't. Shit. Not doing too well right now. At least I got 6 lives. Nothing to show for it. Because I don't fucking need them. Like, I need 5 lives. Okay, maybe it'd be a bit easier if I had the jump one, too. And now thunder. Yeah, I think this is how you're supposed to do it. Shit. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Okay. Three. Fuck. Okay, I got 4 that time. Let's see if I can get... Let's try for 5 this time. Alright. Here we go. I don't know why. I don't know why the fire... I don't know why they would code this to like be responsive to the thunder power up. But I don't know, maybe there's something I'm missing. My dumbass is missing. Okay, 4. Shit. Yes, fucking bullet hell. Just shit, so much shitting all that shit. Alright, let's go. Attempt number... I lost count. Dodge him. Oh, fuck. Already half health. I mean, what if I didn't use the shield and used the life once? I think maybe I might do that. 3. Yeah, I knew. I had a feeling it was gonna happen eventually. Like, I just knew. Alright. Here's my next attempt. Let's go. This is why these things should be live streams. Oh! That was a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, 2, 3. I think I can take 6 hits. 4, 5. 6. Okay, 7. I can take 7 hits. A lot. Okay, so it needs to be on screen for a bit before I can use the thunder power, which is unfortunate. Okay. And there we go. Okay, you wanna know what my new least favorite trend in YouTube videos do? That it is... I've seen this trick employed a few times, and I hate it every time. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but it's really starting to fucking piss me off. It's when somebody is making, like, a rebuttal video to some common view, and then they play a bunch of clips of people spouting the view their, fight, like, going up against. Because always it's done with the idea that, oh, look at all these mindless sheep, mindlessly repeating what some random person told them. I mean, they're not like me. Like, it always makes you come off like a pretentious asshole. Like, I've never seen it done in a way that made you look smart. It just makes you look pretentious. Like, I've seen it so many times at this point. I don't know why it's starting to become a common theme. I really hope that this fucking trend dies as soon as possible. It's horrible. Fuck. Okay, I already got hit twice. 3 times, I guess. Yeah, that's not... Yeah, this was not a good attempt. I only hit it twice. I only hit it 2 times. I am not doing well. Alright. Okay. Thunder. I think you have to wait until it's on screen completely. Like, I think it's always done with the assumption that, oh, these people, they don't think about things for very long. Or they didn't think about what they were doing for very long. Which is why they're all mindlessly repeating something or whatever. It's just, okay. Okay, what if I made a clip of a bunch of people saying, wow, look at these people just regurgitating what X told them to. I don't know, and say they're just regurgitating what some other guy told. They're just regurgitating each other and not thinking for themselves. It's like, I don't know, would that go over well, is my question. 3 hits. Now it's gonna hit. Got it. 5. Shit. 6. 7. There we go. I had a feeling that was the one. Alright, now I'm going to save state because this next boss is basically impossible. It's fucking hard as shit. Here it is, Dark Link. Alright. That's in case, now there is a way you can cheese this boss, but I want to see if how far I can get if trying to beat it legitimately, because I don't think I've ever had. Okay. Okay, I think if you die, it just respawns you at the start of the Thunderbird. No, it doesn't actually. Okay. So let's save state here. Because I'm not going to save state within the boss. That's just cheap. That's just cheap. Yeah, this is the cheese. This is the way to cheese it. Yep. And when your life's getting a little low, just pull one of those. And dead. I've never beaten that boss legitimately. I've always cheesed it. I'm sorry. And that's it. The game is beat. Zelda's been awakened from the sleeping spell, and whoever was trying to rebuild Ganon is gone, so peace is restored. Apparently this is a different Zelda from the first game, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in an earlier part. You saved Hyrule. That text needs to appear on screen that slow. And obviously we get the kiss at the end. Had to be covered by the curtains. Don't want people to see that. So, time to read the time to go through the credits as I talk about the playthrough. I thought it was pretty good, I guess. The game's good. Would I recommend someone play it today? I don't know, man. It's pretty rough. I mean, I'm using a fucking cheat, so I still haven't beaten the game legitimately. I mean, if you want to beat the game legit, I mean, I guess it's well within your right, but I wouldn't like recommend it. I wouldn't tell someone to do it because the game's pretty archaic, and I think it's aged even worse than the first game. I think the first quest of Zelda 1 is really the peak of NES Zelda. That's the peak of it. The rest is not that. The rest is where it goes downhill. The second quest of Zelda 1 has some very questionable design choices, and Zelda 2 in general is fucking hard as shit. I still don't know if Zelda 2 is harder or easier than Zelda 1 with the second quest of Zelda 1. I think maybe Zelda 2 is because the whole if you die, if you lose all your lives, you go back to the fucking first palace. And that's it. How much time do we have left? I think I've been recording for an hour. 55 minutes. I have time for maybe a few more. I mean, I've made videos that are like over an hour long before. It's not going to be a big deal. And that's it for Zelda 2. And as you can see, it is done. I think that's just the number of times you died. And we save stated a lot, so it should be a lot fucking higher than that. So this is sort of just like a harder version, but we have all the upgrades. We have like max stats at the beginning of the game. Alright. Now, I can remember how you take the cheat off. Option. Tools, cheats. Yep. And I think that should do it. And we'll see the game over screen. Dear God. Look how fucking strong we are. We're so fucking overpowered. Dude, this is gonna take forever. How long am I gonna have to wait for? Okay, maybe these guys will do more. Well, kind of. I guess we'll do like the very beginning of the game first. Oh well, this isn't easy. Just fall in here. And I should have disabled. Yep, I disabled it. It's disabled. We'll have 1 life. This is not one of those games that counts down to 0 lives. And we'll finally see the game over screen because it's pretty cool and I like it. Last thing we'll see, I think it'd be a shame if I didn't show it during this playthrough. It's just that. See, Ganon is in this game. And we start all the way back to the Great Palace. How wonderful. Yeah, that's Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough. I'm not gonna do, because the dungeon designs are exactly the same, I don't think it's worth doing a second quest. But yeah, that's it for Zelda 2. And just under an hour long. How about that? That was it for this playthrough. I'll see you in the next one. We'll be playing Metroid 1. Maybe a live stream. I don't know. I think it'd be very convenient because then I'd finish the game in a very short amount of time because Metroid 1's a pretty short game. So yeah, I'll see you all then. Have a nice day.